was, happy story is we can come together as 5,000 co-op members and then go out and negotiate deals, as the Happier Project and create corporate offering, kind of like the Zoom deal. That Zoom deal was only available because Zoom's like, wow, you're reaching these thousands of people. We want them to hop on our platform. And that became the deal that Edwin was able to negotiate because he had the reach of thousands that Zoom wanted. So that's how we're a co-working space, that when you have vendorship, see that in physical space, when you have a copy machine and all the amenities of the space, for a solopreneur to absorb that operational cost, it's pretty tough to swallow. Right. But if you're doing a sliver of it because you're there with 20 other, tenants of the co-working space, now it's economic. So that holds true in virtual. So when you look at licensing, look at, and, all the things that you need that can be exchanged in virtual space, that co-working space economics ups. Because that's why co-working spaces were created, right? Was because of the economics, right? And then it became a secondary benefit that some people find it in more priority, cool, and some people that more than the monetary, but that's not why it was created in the first place. That just kind of happened when people got together and solved, like, I need to go out and have an office space, but I can't afford it. That's why it was created. And then they put it to practice, and then people hopped on and they started to say, I love that I don't have to be alone all the time working. It's pretty cool to have that corporate feel. Like there's people around, like I'm doing my thing, they're doing their thing, and it's a little bit more of a real job type here, that type of thing. So you have to look at the concept of the co-working space and say that in concept, it can happen every bit as much or more than in brick and mortar setting.
Yeah, I'm just struggling to figure out how that works because, so if, say for instance, like concerns, like when I do work, like right now, I would something like that, like co-hatch is something like that. It's something like that is here, and they've taken like old churches and turned them into co-working spaces, like to turn them into co-working spaces. So for the same reasons, right? These amenities might be a cafe in there, something like that, right? As a physical space, I understand that because I can meet my clients there. I don't have to meet them at my house. It's professional. I don't want somebody coming to my home. I have a small business. It's cheaper for me. I can see about leveraging people within the group. I'm just wondering what would make a person want to be a part of that any different than being a part of the co-op? Like, how is the co-working space different than the co-op? Like, that's what I'm trying to envision. I'm trying to envision, like, is it going to be like where he's going to have people that are like, from this time to this time, if you have ideas or a vision around, say for my thing, social enterprise, that's like a 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can come on there if you have those kind of ideas and you belong to the co-working space. And we might have workshops during that time. We might have this or that. Like that. Like, how are people going to connect to share those, be a resource for one another? And I'm just wondering, I'm just speculating, like, about the communication style. Like, how could I connect with other people in the nonprofit space and talk about funding as a participant in the co-working space, or even as a part of the co-op right now, unless I went to a bunch of meetings? So I'm just wondering what is going to be different about the co-working space and how they're going to set up. You know what? I know exactly what they're going to do. You know exactly what they're gonna do. I know it. I know what it is now. Hold on, I'm about to be on camera. I know exactly what it is. Okay. Yeah, I just, because I'm a visual person, and I start thinking of myself in my mind. How is this gonna work? why are there so many people at the center this evening? I'm about to go in here and be nosy. I want to see what's going on by myself. There's never this many cars in this parking lot. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is, my friend. Because huh?
Oh, right now.
Oh, did he fall off? What'd you say?
Well, because right now, Edwin has a 24/7 networking thing on Go Brunch that's open then 24/7. Right, Kurt?
No, I think I know how this is going to work, and I think it's going to be an app. I'm about to develop an app through Mighty Networks, and you can build it out just like you can a website, and it makes you have it creates a private community of users, and it works like Facebook meets an app. It's like an online. It's created for people that are a part of online communities. I bet you that's how it's going to work. Because anytime you'd be able to reach out to anybody at any time, because it's exclusive to the community. And so because our community is global, you might find anybody in any time zone and be able to reach out to anybody. I bet money that's how it's going to work. It's going to be an app. It's going to be an online community, probably through an app. Log on there and it'll work just like Facebook. And you'll be able to make a post inside of the group. I bet you the groups will be divided in different categories. I bet you that's how it's going to work, which is really dope. So I'm going to share screen to show you what I mean. So make me the co-host. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm.
Yeah, you're already.
I'm going to show you one that I'm already a part of.
Yeah, you should be able to share screen, Sherida. You're set as a co-host.
Okay. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So share screen. Start broadcast. And so this is my Amanda Francis app, okay? So she's the money queen. Once you buy one of her courses, this is the app. You see the welcome checklist, start here, get to know our community. What you'll find here, access your courses and bundles in one place, receive daily affirmations and wisdom drops. Share, give, receive support in the Money Queen feed. Connect with other members in your area. Enjoy free meditation. See? Ready for more content, blah, blah, blah. You hit this part over here. And look, you have discovery, overview, members. Here's top members, 25. Members near you. Members. See how it's going up like that? Here's the events. Here's her daily inspirations. Come on, girlfriend. See? So she drops something every day. And then here's the feed. So here's the featured stuff. But then it works just like Facebook. I could reach out to anybody in here. I can see if somebody's up. Has anyone broken through a limitation, RE, blah, blah, blah. So, it's our own. This is a private community of users. These are all the people in her network that pay to be a part of this community. And I'd be willing to bet this is exactly how it's going to work.
And so the concept, Sherida, is imagine having 5,000 of those in one.
Yeah.
So the idea is, with what you just showed, that's like the money queen doing her thing in the community around her thing for what it means to all those members. But the co-working space is saying, we have over 5,000 members, so there's over 5,000 examples of that. So as a co-working space, we're co-creating the full cumulative community. So say Emily's got one of those for her Super Helper platform. You've got it for your Neighborly platform. I've got it for the Ability platform. You got the Money Queen, and and just picture, I've got my community, you got your community, Emily's got her community, and the Money Queen's got her community, and to say we come into the co-working space as members. So it's not like I literally, with my ability community, like all of my following is like in the co-working space. That's not the point. But the idea is that network is a benefit. The other three of you are like in the example of 5,000, the other, 4,999, that this co-working space is going to facilitate those exchanges, those offers and requests. Like, so basically I'm looking to like mutual aid network to like really, to me, be the model I subscribe to for ultimate co-working, co-creation, and making it work. And that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to bring mutual aid to HMP, but this is a fantastic stepping stone, because this is like getting to where we're cooking with gas type of thing, where we're halfway there by what Edwin's doing. We're halfway to the mutual aid network, being a part of the Happy Neighborhood Project. And I've been interested in this for, Emily, have I been, beating this drum for a year or something like that?
Mutual aid?
Or two. Yeah, it's been a while.
Might be 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a while though.
What's mutual aid?
Mutual aid brings to the
Is it a
members.
specific thing I'm talking about? Are they a group, an organization or something?
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically mutualaidnetwork.org is the landing page. And the idea is it's building a membership base around 8 different currency formats. So time bank, one of them. Posterity budgeting is another based.
What's that?
That's
Posterity budgeting.
That's taking a look at all of your research, like everything you have to work with that would be like of an economic value or resource. So like on our, like we have our computer and we have our subscriptions and stuff like that. So we're basically inventorying our resources, and then there's exact budgeting financially as well, in terms of like your home budget and all that. But it's basically looking at that when you come in to be a part of the community and you offer people your time and talents and resources, what are your resources? So that's posterity budgeting. And the idea is to look at it to say, what are the resources you need to get done what you're trying to do, and to create that budgeting to look at where are you at now. And then it starts that posterity budgeting. So it's living in posterity. So it's to build that posh life. And that's a little bit of what we're proposing, like with the co-thriving, the co-creating, the co-oping. That's what it's is, that when we pool our resources, like a potluck, type of, just imagine like if we eat alone, think how we eat. And then we'd go to a pot and look at how we go to abundance, like, watch my portions here. This all looks so great. So it's that type of thing with posterity budgeting is, it's helping you get a little more crystal clear that when you're looking to exchange with other people, to have a better handle on what you've got, and then maybe get you thinking about, this is what you've got, and you have goals in terms of, kind of, where you're trying to go to, and some of this amounts to like with parenting and so forth. I mean, obviously, as the lives of our children change, and to the point of empty nesting, that all has effects on our budget and our economic resource, and kind of how we watch what we do, because what we can afford and not afford. So we do all of that in a posterity budgeting program, because mutual aid is an economic solution.
That's correct.
Yeah. And so price-based mutual credit is another format. And then you have community investment assistance, which actually in what you do, this would be kind of like a center point for what you're doing at the center, because the center itself,
I'm looking at it.
yeah, itself is a community investment.
You guys are so fun. This is so dope. Documentary on time banking before on Netflix, and I added that. I got the concept of a fundraising thing I was talking about before to do in schools with nutrition and kids from that very model. And I've never seen mutual aid network before, ever. This is so dope. This is really cool.
Yeah, so basically, when I get to people and I really start getting into the depths of trying to strategize, like they say, like in SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. When we're really getting granular and we're really trying to understand how are we going to make predictable success together, I get to this point, like with you right now, this is the point where I say, Sharita, I hopped on this bandwagon because I've adopted it as my business plan. Mutual aid is my business plan.
Yeah, mine too. Like this is the whole premise of the womb process. This is what a holistic model for healing is, basically the same thing that I'm saying. The whole Healthy Response Solutions as an umbrella organization. I want to do it using the center to do was to get these young people in here to learn about social enterprise, so that you will take your social work together, generate the money using the resources that change your own neighborhood. You don't need your neighborhood. That's not the goal. The goal is to train spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and relate differently to your community. I think it's crazy that people get on ESPN and talk about these athletes, and he made it out. Why are you relating to where you live as a concrete jungle and somewhere to make of? The whole lens to the whole mentality of why the neighborhoods continue to look the way they do, because you think it's something to escape. You try to get away from it to transform the whole goal.
I mean, the idea is that in these neighborhoods and these be at a geographical level, because you got the dynamic of how an estimate about people with zip code based on the zip code. So all the socioeconomic data based on zip codes. So I think that's what the athletic situation is that, the pro sports is a business model that when a person aspires to higher resource and higher financial accomplishment, that it's not available within that zip code. So they get involved with NBA or NFL, whatever, and all of a sudden they've gotten out of the neighborhood because they've reached this economic influence.
Right.
They brought money to themselves that the zip code doesn't offer. So that becomes the challenge, is to say, how can we use these virtual platforms to now create this translocal dynamic that, like you say, to bring the entrepreneurs from your area and to help empower them with the resources and the mindset and kind of building off of their goals and dreams, and to have that empowerment, because they're not limited to people locally. But yet, to your point, you're talking about improving our capacity to cultivate locally as a primary solution for how to better use what is happening locally to do that better locally, but at the same time to open up the vast treasure, that's available by saying we're a population of 8 billion people. There are no limits what can happen in the Indianapolis, because if it's not there in Indianapolis, go get it. The world is your oyster. Get on in.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah. So
I love it.
Yeah. So track
this really
people.
actually proves what we're talking. Is what I try to do. This really is such a fantastic boost to it. I'm very, very glad about it. I'm here. Oh, hold on. Center today. So we have all of their smartnesses.
Wow, nice. That's good. A biz expo right there.
Yeah. So I know this lady here, this is Mr. Bell, and I need to talk to her about so that she can help.
It helps me.
We're gonna get this. Thank you. Get one of these that way. This is fantastic. So we can invite all of them to become perfect candidates. They have food and everything in here.